Do I look like I'm dying? This was the first question the all smiles Jack Bango posed at the offset of his interview. Yet it has taken him grace and power to laugh about death. For indeed, there were times when Jack thought the angel of death was not far from his door. Back then, the question, though never pronounced aloud, was his daily companion. To have it and tear apart. He dreaded it, and yet it kept coming. Brace yourself for an interesting story of a young man who has crawled through hell pipes but managed to come out smelling like a rose flower by God's grace. It all began 25 years ago when he started showing symptoms of varying illness. One time it was pneumonia, and another time tuberculosis. This was followed by extreme weight loss and fatigue. It was at this moment that Jack knew something was wrong. That was way back when HIV/AIDS was stigmatized to the point that no one wanted to talk about it, let alone being associated with it. It was seen as a shame.
I'm Jack Bango, or my full name is Jack Okoth Ogutu. Jack Okoth Ogutu, aka Bango. Bango is I inherited this name from my grandfather, the father of my mom, so I was nicknamed after him. I was born in 1979, 15th of February, meaning up to now I'm close to 47 years old. I went to primary school. I started in nursery, then class 1 up to class 8 I did at Migori Primary. Then I went to Manyata High School in South Nyanza, some place called Awendo. So it has been a long journey since I left school. That was way back 1997. And then I went back to Nairobi. So mini club boy. I'm a young man who loved hanging out with the ladies left, right, drinking alcohol. Yeah, we did a lot. We go to that. My dad passed on 1990. Then I was left with mom. My mom is still alive to date. I'm the firstborn in the family, and we were 3, but my immediate follower died. That was around 1982. So I have a younger brother who is also a police officer. He was working in Busia. So in a nutshell, we are only 2 in the family, plus my mom, we are 3. Yeah, so when I go back to Nairobi, my first job in Nairobi was I was a DJ in a club, since I'm an outgoing guy, as I said before. I was a DJ in a club. This club was for Gidi Gidi Maji Maji, this former musician. I used to be one of the best Kenya's rappers by then. That was way back 1998. So he had a club called Ismarwa, and I was a DJ at Ismarwa. Ismarwa was based in Dandora Phase 4. So by then, my cousin Caroline used to work in East Africa Standards. He was staying in Umoja 1. So I became a DJ. That is when I met this old good friend of mine. Is the late Moshe Dayan. They had walikuwa na hizi ma3 za kutoka Buru 58 and double M. I became a Manamba. Then during the morning hours, I used to be a Manamba. Overnight, I used to be a DJ. So I met a number of ladies. That is when I met this lady called Wanjiko, who used to be my girlfriend from high school. We were with him inside the Migori County. But so far, so long, I didn't know his movements. And then things went haywire. So come 1998, late 1998, I was damn sick. And I had my favorite aunt who she was a doctor by profession. She would call Beldina Nyanga, who is the mother of Caroline Nyanga. She is the one who realized that I'm sickling, and she took me for medical checkup, and I was found HIV positive. That was way back 1998. It was around November. So I couldn't manage, but she managed to organize for me medications left, right. And by then there were no drugs. There were this of Dr. Bell, the late Dr. Bell. He had the Palomegas. One of the guys who used Palomegas, and it was expensive. It was through support of my aunt and other uncles. Okay, well, when I was diagnosed HIV positive, by then the stigma was still there, and due to counseling, and I was in the hands of the right people. They did some good counseling, and I was given the right track and the direction to follow, so that things never went haywire as one may think, or as one could be stigmatized. So come 201, I'm among the first team who started using ARVs in Kenya. So I met a number of challenges. That is when by 2004, I met my wife, Miriam Aida. We met in the hospital. She was also HIV positive. We were very close. And since she was coming from a well-off family, yeah, we had a lot of hiccups. The parents were not ready for our marriage, and us guys, we were so much close, and we had to follow our hearts. So we got two twins. We got twins, ladies, of which they were born 2008. We were sensitized by the doctors. The direction, the adherence was okay until the children became out negative. Up to this point, my kids are doing well. They're out of school, and no one among them is HIV positive. In fact, right now they are securing their own jobs. Ni watu wanaweza kuwa self-reliant right now. So now, after the death of my wife died. She was coming from a rich family. When Loliondo thing came about, her mom took her to Loliondo without my consent. They lied to me that they were going for a wedding in Nakuru. So by then I was also working. I'd already left the job of DJ and being a manamba. So I was employed with the Platinum Credit. That was 2009. Platinum Credit is one of the best microfinance in Kenya. Then I was taken back to Migori. So I used to stay in Migori. So my wife lied to me they were going for a wedding in Nakuru, of which I had a reason. Like, they had relatives in Nakuru. So all I knew, like, they were going for a wedding. In a nutshell, they were going for the Loliondo thing in Tanzania. So coming back from Tanzania, she was taken away from me. They were saying, like, I'm still HIV positive. Na amepata already ashakuwa cured. So she only took 6 months, then she passed on. We buried her. Then I was left alone. It was a slap on the face because I loved Miriam like I've never loved like before. And the lady who gave me this disease, the Wanjiko lady, she also died. She died back in 2004. Yeah, she was living on denial. So my wife, Miriam Aida, also died. It was a slap on the face. I had a lot of discrimination among the family members. There was a time I was damn sick, like no one could make it close to me. Very few relatives like Caroline Nyanga, though, that the guys I could call for some little help. But due to distance, she used to send me money. There's a good friend of Caroline who was called Alfie. Alfie was also working in East Africa Standard. There were people like Eric. Those were good friends of Caroline Nyanga who used to support me. I knew them because of Caro. Yeah. So that is when I realized, like, people are just good friends of yours when you are doing well, but when things go to haywire, very few people come close to you. Right now, as I speak, I've gone through a lot. I got a new lady who also I got from Nakuru. She was from Kisumu, Aga Khan. She's also living positive. I met her with 2 kids. Among the 2 kids, no one is positive. This lady, already we've been given 4 children, and yet all my kids are negative. So in total, I have not even 7. I have 8 kids who are HIV negative. HIV negative. and I'm bold, and I'm very proud, and I can say the Lord is so great, and there's nothing I can present to him. There are people who used to abuse me. Jack is HIV positive, huyu jamaa kuna ukimwi and all the rest. There were a lot of discrimination. I couldn't even request anything from anybody. No one could see me talking to a lady. Akiniona ni ukiongea na msichana, anaenda around anambia unajua huyu jamaa kuna ukimwi. But let me be honest and be faithful. I tell you the works of the Lord. Right now, most of the people who used to abuse me like I'm HIV positive, some of them are working for me. Some of them died long time ago because of the same. But because I was given a kind heart, and I also know where God amenitoa, sinaga chuki na mtu. All I do, if I've realized that you are bad of the same, like you're HIV positive, the best I can do is just to sensitize you about the HIV. Because as I speak right now, I say like the Lord has left me to stay so that I be a role model. I'm a role model to the youth. I'm a role model to so many people. I'm a role model to Kenyans. I'm a role model to youths, guys of my age. Because if I can calculate from 1998 to date, that is close to 25 years down the line. The guys who used to abuse me, Jack is positive. But I always tell them, me, I'm positive with everything. I'm positive with my family life. I'm positive with my work. I'm positive with everything in me. But you may find someone is negative and is living on negativity ground, negativity level, negativity even in thinking. But me, the Lord has blessed me. I'm a father of many. There are guys who used to say, oh, this guy can't have children because he's HIV positive. Then I met a lady who is HIV positive. She's one lady, when we just have our stuff, she gets pregnant. At the end of the day, ameza mtoto. I'm a father of 8, and I'm a very proud father of 8. I thank God he's blessed me with so many brains. I became a DJ. I became a manamba. Then I became a banker, of which I just became a banker with wisdoms, not with the full education, because I didn't even complete my high school. I left school in Form 3, third term. When I was to join Form 4, things went haywire. I had no school fees. There were a lot of discrimination in our family, and things went like that. So anything I was doing, I've been doing through the brains I was given by God. But later on, the financial institution employed me, and I even became a manager. Later on, I became a intelligence officer. I used to do recoveries for the company. They used to pay me well. I got ground, nikaenda nikajenga kwangu and all the rest. To date, as we speak, I have passion in dogs. And even by the time I'm a number guy, I was a DJ from childhood. Nimekuwa nikikuwa na passion in dogs. So far I worked for Platinum for around 12 years. Then by then I used to breed dogs, German Shepherd dogs, Rottweilers. I used to sell to people. I could easily train the dogs. I could go online, niangalie venye watu na train dogs internationally, nakuja na implement, na nikiimplement ikiingia na embrace consistency. Then I start just training dogs like that. So I connected with some ex-soldier called Rashid. Rashid is one of the best dog trainers in Kenya. He hails from Kisumu, but right now he's staying in Migori. He's one of the guys mwenye nilishikana na, even though I was still working in Platinum by then, but yeye ndo alikuwa namtuma aenda afanye training kama niko busy kikazi. But come 2020 I resigned job in Platinum. I embraced my dog training and breeding. So far I'm a farmer. I was given a piece of land, and since I've weathered a lot of storms and I've gone to places and faces, in as much as nilikuwa na shamba ndogo, lakini manage kufuga vitu mingi in that my farm, because I do poultry, I do doper farming, I do dogs, and all this came from Platinum, the financial institution. I got grants from Platinum. Then from Platinum nikaanza hiyo project ya my first dog I bought at 40k, na hiyo pesa yote nilitoa Platinum. So I started breeding, so people could buy some dogs from me. When I get money I go buy dopers, tena naleta stock ya kuku, like that up to now. So right now nimekuwa nikitrain dogs for like way back 2015 to date, even though I was still working by then, but me and Rashid, we used to work hand on hand. So kama nilikuwa nimepata job, like I said before, I used to send Rashid to work for me, then over weekends naenda tunasaidiana. So vile nili resign job 2020 ndo li embark fully on dog training mpaka nikakuwa vetted kwa Migori County. I was given some permit, niko permitted right now, and I go nationwide training dogs to people. People do hire me na in my own homestead nilijenga big kennels. Niko na variety of dogs there. Watu pia wananiletea dogs zao na watrainia when I'm home, wameleta for boarding. Hapo pia nauza puppies na some people pia hire me, like naenda different kind of places. Like I said, I work nationwide. So any place nimeitwa, when I'm not busy, I simply go there. I work for someone. I train dogs as a passion. At the same time, it's nili convert passion to be source of income. So currently that is what I'm doing. My kids are going to school well. No one is positive among my 8 kids, though they are from the different mother. First wife had 2 kids. Second wife have 6 kids. My mom is still there. I have a stable family. Niko na my own home, nilishajenga nyumba. Niko na maji, niko na stima kwangu. Nimefence my compound with the chain link, nikakoroga chini hapo na concrete. Nimeweka kayaba, nimeweka gate, na hizi zote zimekuja via my dogs and all the projects zangu nafanya za poultry na stability nilipata from Platinum. So in a nutshell, could be I was not counseled well with by the late Auntie Bella, plus my good friends like Caroline Nyanga, who used to, I said she's way older than me, around 3 years. And she used to, in the whole family, mwenye ako nitupa ni Caroline Nyanga. Irene is also a cousin, first cousin. Irene is my first cousin. Kuna Tina, kuna Nancy. These are my first cousins. They used to be very close to me. Dorothy, Collins, even my brother, my real brother is called Ben, who is now a police officer. Hawako nitupa. They used to help me. Even right now, I know where Irene is, or Tina. Ama Scholastica is also a cousin of mine. She's working in Tanzania. My brother, Nancy.
Today, Jack has overcome the stigma of HIV/AIDS through his personal journey of self-acceptance. A role model to many out there, he chooses to educate and empower people living with HIV/AIDS or the virus, saying it should not be seen as a source of shame, but rather as a lifestyle. A catalyst for empowerment in matters pertaining to HIV/AIDS, Jack believes better is not good enough, the best is yet to come.